Hello everyone and welcome to another video with Special Maths Academy. In this video, we'll be looking at the sixth problem from the Special Maths contest, the first round, 2024. And it says, what is the second digit from the right of 2 to the power of 2024? Okay, so this question is equivalent to finding the remainder when 2 to the power of 2024 is divided by 100. Okay, so we find the remainder and then we just take the first digit of the remainder. Okay, so I think it should be obvious why this is true. So a good way to tackle problems like this is to use ideas of Chinese remainder theorem. Okay, so Chinese remainder theorem. So these are some things you should learn if you want to participate in contest mathematics. Okay, so the idea is we consider the prime factorization of 100. So we know that 100 is equal to 2 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 2. Okay, so basically the idea is that if you can find the remainder of 2 to the power of 2024 when divided by 4, so when divided by each of these relatively prime factors, then we can combine these two to find the remainder when it's divided by 100. Okay, and we'll see this in a moment. Okay, so for the first one, it's pretty obvious. 2 to the power of 2024 is congruent to 4 to the power of 1012, which is congruent to 0 mod 4. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Now for the second one, we can use something called Euler's totient function. Okay, so basically it says that um, so we have the totient function, which counts the number of integers, positive integers less than a given integer that are relatively prime to it. Okay, so we have uh, this. I can put it in set notation. So we can say x such that x is a member of natural numbers, x is less than n, and GCD of x and n is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the totient function. And then basically, if you have some a to the power of the totient function, okay, so let me scroll down a bit. So this is going to be congruent to 1 mod n. Okay, so given that, of course, given that the GCD of a and n is equal to 1. Okay, so now uh if we have the prime factorization of n to be such as something like this, so let's say this is the prime factorization of n, p1 to the power of alpha 1, p2 to the power of alpha 2, so on and so forth, up to some pk to the power of alpha k, then the totient of n is going to be equal to n into 1 minus 1 over p1 into 1 minus 1 over p2, so on up to 1 minus 1 over pk. Okay, so you can always do some further reading of this on your own. Okay, so now we can apply this here. Okay, um, so basically we can look for the totient of 25. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 25 into 1 minus 1 over 5, so which is equal to 25 times 4 over 5, which is equal to 20. Okay, Now, 2 and 25 are relatively prime. So we have that the GCD. So the GCD is just the general common, the greatest common divisor of 2 and 25 is equal to 1. So we can now conclude that 2 to the power of 20 is congruent to 1 mod 25. And then we can apply this. Okay. So 2 to the power of 20, 24 is congruent to 2 to the power of 4 times 2 to the power of 20, 20, which is congruent to 2 to the power of 4. So I can just put 16. 16 here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 16 times 2 to the power of 20 into 101 more 25. And this is congruent to just 16. So 2 to the power of 20 is 1 times 1 to the power of 101 more 25. So this is congruent to just 16 mod 25. Okay. So what does it say? So let's put it all here. So we have 4 divides 2 to the power of 2024. And then we have 25 divides 2 to the power of 2024 minus 16. So 16 is the remainder. Okay. So we can combine these two to find the remainder when 100 divides this. Okay. So now 4. So basically from 4 dividing 2 to the power of 2024, it implies 4 divides 2 to the power of 2024 minus 4 squared, of course. Okay. So it means and 2 to the power of 2024 and minus 4 squared are equal. So what does this mean? Since 25 and 4, so the GCD of 25 and 4 is equal to 1. So this implies 4 times 25 divides 2 to the power of 2024 minus 16. Okay. So 100 divides 2 to the power of 2024 minus 16. Okay. So it means this number ends with 16. Okay. But we just want the second digit from the right. So that will just give us 1. Okay. So we can scroll up, look for option 1. Okay. So the option with 1 is A. And that is our final answer. So A. So I hope this points you in the right direction of some things to learn. If you're not familiar with things like Chinese remainder theorem or Euler's totient function, you should do some more reading about that. Anyway, so that'll be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the problem. And please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.